Go.
Okay, we are learning to make a mask quickly that has a pocket and it also has nose wire and it's also adjustable. You can wear these behind your ears or you can clip these together and wear these behind your entire head. So what your materials are is you need 2 pieces of elastic. I'm using 1/4 inch elastic. It's about 10 inches long, and then I'm also using this is single fold 7/8 inch wide quilt binding. Just need 2 pieces around between 4 and 5 inches, and then you also need a piece of 100% cotton fabric. This is about 15 by 9. So I'm going to start by folding right sides together. And I use a lot by feeling it. I feel the fabric as I sew. So I'm going to start here. I'm using my fingers as a guide to tell me where to stop for that pocket. So I'm stopping here, cutting. And then I'm going to start again here, back stitching every time, and cut. Now I'm going to open up the seam, and to save time, since I don't have an iron and I don't have time to iron this like I normally would, I'm going to top stitch this seam flat, and I'm going to continue all the way down. So I'm going to open up this seam, and I'm going to feel the seam allowance as I go. Well, come on, open. There we go. Open up this seam, and when I get to the pocket, I'm just going to push it together and keep sewing. So there's the pocket, but I'm going to keep sewing with that seam allowance just pressed open. And then I'm feeling for that fabric on the top too. It's about a 1/4 inch top stitch. When I get to the bottom, I'm going to pivot, rotate, and sew up the other side. Same way. So trying to do this as quickly as possible without sacrificing quality. There we go. So I'm going to cut that. Now I'm going to turn it out inside out. And this is where you need to decide which is the front and which is the back. So I want Vader to be on the front. I'm going to fold this over. So our little pocket that we just sewed is at the top, and then I'm going to take a piece of pipe cleaner that has the ends turned in so it won't poke anyone, and I'm just going to kind of open it up and thread it right above that pocket that we just sewed. There we go. I can feel it. So now I'm going to go back to the sewing machine, stitch right up against it so I can kind of feel where that pipe cleaner is, and that's for our nose piece. Next I'm going to flip it to the front, and this is where I'm going to make my pleats quickly. There we go. I'm just basting the edges to hold. It makes it easier to sew in the elastic part. Perfect. Now I'm going to take our piece of bias tape, putting it there. I'm going to fold the top over, insert my elastic. So I'm going to do this in 1 step. I know some tutorials have you do this in 2 steps, but we're in a hurry. I'm going to do the same thing from the bottom that I did at the top. I'm going to fold that in, fold it in so it looks nice and pretty, encasing the edges and keeping the elastic free to move. Just sew about a 1/4 inch, back stitch, and stop. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So open the bias tape up, insert my elastic to the side, following that natural fold of the bias tape, put it underneath, back stitch. I'm going to do the same at the bottom, fold up, make it pretty. And there you go, now you've had it. So we can either tie this like this and just do a basic knot, or we can tie it this way so you can wear it behind your head. So these are two options to make a mask with a wire top and also a pocket for you to do a filter, or if you want to put in a paper surgical mask inside of it to keep it clean, you can do that. So there you go, easy peasy, only 100 more to do.